So, what to do about Gassama? Hello and welcome to the video. You could like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing let me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. We should have a couple of live streams this week as well. Just while we got no game, we're going to do a bit of talking, sit down and talking to you guys. So that'll be good. But what do you do about Gassama now? Because he's starting to become a really good player and play really good football and starting to come into his own. Now, we got him in the summer of 2023. It was a 3-year deal in the transfer structure. We were around that could top out to 1 million. It reported that they have a 20% sell-on clause, PSG, if anything happens. So he's potentially yeah, it'll be going into his last year of his deal next year then. So you want to sit down and figure out what you're going to do. You're either going to sell him on for big money, pay that bit of a sell-on fee, and make sure you put your own sell-on fee on, for God's sake, Wendy, if that's what we do. Or you're going to offer him a new deal to keep him here and see what happens. Now, here's the thing. It could quite easily turn into us having to play the long game, right? Literally play the long game with him, see what we do, and go from there. Now, if you ask me, I'm in two minds. The part of me goes, if you get a good amount of money for him, that's a very good amount of money that you can do a good rebuild with the squad in all the positions we need pretty much. But you are missing a really big goal threat, especially with Masaba being out of contract this summer, who I think will probably get a new deal. Now, we have had clubs that come and have a talk about him. There have been clubs come and ask about what his availability is. Now, he is massively improved from last season. He's done really well. He looked good. He's slowly but surely getting better. And that's something that you've seen a lot this season. He had a good preseason. And when he went back into preseason, he looked like he bulked up. This is what Danny had to say about it. Gass is one of our players who made the journey from not being in the squad and no one believing in him to a player that can make a good performance. By the week, he scores and he has a special moment. It's been a fantastic journey. And there's still a decision on other club coming. This is then the bigger part of the situation. And that's the thing. It's going to be interesting to see what happened with this, because annoyingly, the final call on this is going to be the chairman. DC is going to have the final call on this. Is if he wants to sell him on and make a bit of money on him and see how it goes. He said, I'm the manager, but the final decision is made by a chairman in which direction you want to go. In football business, you have to have different strategies. Some clubs buy some young players and sell them for big money, and then buy new players and reinvest. When you do this, you have to continue to create value. Other clubs can try and keep the good players as long as you can. Then you can build something around the player. This is the strategy. I don't know what strategy he's going to go, because I feel like he's done strategy B a lot, and it come back and bit him in the backside when we then let players go for free at the end of their deals. It'll be interesting to see what the club and what Danny and DC sit down and talk about, or DC and whoever, because there's still that slight thing of going, is Danny going to be here next season? I think Nico said yesterday, take it with a pinch of salt, it is Nico, that it's something daft, like if they come down to the championship, it's 3 million quid they only have to pay instead of 4. And there's a lot of people out that way saying that it's already been discussed. It already seems like it's a done deal. But there was an article that came out yesterday that Southampton were looking at Liam Rosenior as well. And I think there's a good call for Liam Rosenior going there, to be fair. In terms of they've got a structure he will have wanted, unlike at Hull. They'll have the ability to bend what he wants to do as well and do that. And I'm kind of in the kind of camp of going, maybe you turn around and you go get someone like a Liam Rosenior as your next manager, Southampton, if that's what you're going to do, because then you're not going to have to probably pay as much as you would for Danny. It could be the cheap option with a bit more experience. But who knows? It's all depends what Southampton's going to do. But at the end of the day, we need to find out what we're going to do about Gassama. Would you sell him? Would you keep him? What would you do? Generally, what would you have as the end goal? It's going to be interesting to see what Danny picks and does and how he goes about it all. But at the end of the day, he's our player. He's improving. The more he can improve, the better. But it's one of those things. Do we have to start becoming a little bit of a selling club so we can reinvest the money like we want? Or is it more of a build around the players and try and get players in to fit around them and make him better and him be the main star? It'll be interesting to see. I'm intrigued to know what you guys think on this situation.